What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Knab and Ro Show. I'm here with my compatriot and partner in crime, Ro. Say hi, Ro.
Hi, kids.
And welcome back to the podcast.
Yes, another week down.
Oh, man, another week down. Moving on to the next week. Yeah, Thanksgiving's next week.
It'll be grand.
Yes. So tell me, Ro, what did you do last week?
I didn't do too much. Pretty uneventful again. I did a little bit of Christmas shopping. I'm one of those weird people that Christmas shop like all year round. And I like it because it's very budget friendly. So
very budget friendly, yes.
Yeah. Yes. So if you do a little here, a little each month, it's not so bad. At the end, when you're like, December, gotta buy all the things for all the people.
Not one of those panic shoppers.
No. And I mean, I have a list of things that I, in mind. Like for my brother, I haven't done it in a couple years, but for a long period of time, I would always buy him. I call it a bathroom book, but it's like a bathroom reader, like Uncle John's bathroom reader or something. Anyway, just has like a bunch of. No, it's not Reader's Digest. It has a lot of fun facts about things, and I bought it for him. I think I started when he was in college, and he's 30 now, so 6-7 years ago. And I would buy him a book every year, the same, because every year they would come out with a new edition type of a thing. And so that was pretty easy. I would just buy it once it came. I think it came out like in September or October of every year, so knew that was coming. And but yeah, I have about half of my Christmas shopping done, which is nice. I don't have to stress about it. And yeah, so that's the highlight of my week. Yeah,
Christmas shopping.
Well,
I mean, I remember when I was going out to get things for trunk or treat for work, right? So get things for my clinics because of COVID. I would do something fun for them outside in the trunk of my car, right? And I went there to get Halloween crap, and there was freaking Christmas crap in the same aisle, and I'm like,
oh yeah.
I mean, I love Christmas. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love it. I mandate November. I'm allowed to put it up just because it's my birthday month and all that. But anyways, besides that, it was up there already, and we're talking like, good lord, mid-October?
Yeah, no, they put it out. Yeah, no, they do. They put it out really early. My mom has already decorated for Christmas, and she's an awesome decorator. I will give her props for that. It looks like the North Pole has just vomited everywhere in her house, because it's just Christmas everywhere. And she's, like I said, she's a good decorator, so I definitely appreciate her decorating skills. But I'm just like, it's like November 1st, Mom. Like, come on.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and I did find out that we are, so I'm not sure where everybody else is, but our state has done a freeze for COVID. So we are back to where we were 6 months ago of only essential workers and only takeout orders at restaurants now for, I think, till the first part of December. So that started today. So we're kind of taking a step back, unfortunately. But that means that we, as a family, have chosen not to have our big Thanksgiving, which is kind of sad. I know it's the first time in 38 years that I won't be having Thanksgiving at my grandma's, which is just kind of weird. Yeah, we are getting together just with like my immediate family, like my siblings and in-laws and stuff. But yeah, no extended family, so it'll be a little bit weird. But
besides all that COVID nonsense, because I don't want to get into all that shenanigans. It's like on every single podcast or whatever that you talk about. It's like and I want to talk about that. But I understand it's crazy. Ohio, we have a curfew, which sucks. But anyways, so what I did this week, rather last week, is I started. Thank you, our Florida boy friend Marshall.
Florida Boys.
It's Florida Boys nominated me to do the 25 days of 25 push-ups to support mental health awareness, PTSD, suicide awareness, all that good jazz. And the one I'm
awesome cause.
That's right. Yep. And my focus is on military personnel with PTSD. So I've had a couple friends, family actually, and I haven't asked anybody. I just put it up there on Facebook, and they actually have donated money towards it, which I think is pretty sweet.
Right.
So if you listen, thank you for donating. We love you. But that's what I've been doing. And it's so funny. I've not realized how wussy I actually am. Trying to do 25 flipping push-ups. The first day, I'm like, yeah, we're good. But I have been sore ever since. I think I'm on like day 5. And I have the kids trying to jump on me. I'm trying to do things. And Roran fell tonight when I was up to like 15 because he was jumping on my back. And then he hit his head on something. So I just stopped. And then I had to redo the video from start. And so Alistair's getting in front of the camera. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh. I have to tell you, I look forward to those videos, not just because I get to watch you struggle doing push-ups, but for your family. Like, Stephanie was reading, like, Red Llama Yama the other night, which was
Llama Red
so
Pajama.
Yeah. And that was totally entertaining. And then I had one where Roran was doing push-ups with you, and then the one today was Alistair just like popped a squat right in front of your camera.
Yeah, exactly.
It was just great. I mean, I think I enjoy that more than actually watching you. It's like, what family member is going to be on it tonight?
Exactly. Yeah. Maybe actually stage it next time to make it more interesting. You know, like
I don't know. I think the bloopers are great. Yeah.
I have 20 more days, bro. I don't even know who
your
to freaking
nominate. Hilarious.
Oh goodness.
Well, you know.
That's right. So, Ro, what are we talking about this week?
We have a special guest again this week. Yay!
That is right. Yes. So I have a friend of mine who went to high school with me. We've had a lot of mutual friends together as well. And I'd like to introduce you all to my friend, AJ Marotta. Say hi, AJ.
Hello there.
So we're going to learn all about the stuff and things that AJ does. And just the thing that I'm curious about is to learn more or less how COVID has affected your business in either positive, negative way, kind of trends and stuff like that. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, as you said earlier, pretty much everything real estate.
Yeah.
So I'm a realtor, I'm an investor, a stager, and also do closings for title companies. So I see all aspects of the real estate industry here.
Yeah. Now, you told us earlier that you actually own the staging company, right? So of all these, do you have different LLCs or sole proprietors set up, or kind of how do you work all this together? It seems like a lot.
The flipping business and the staging business is under one LLC. I just have it as a division of Primetime Properties as the staging. So
gotcha.
Everything gets funneled through the LLC. Gotcha. And then as an agent, that's an individual. I'm an independent contractor. So that's just funneled through my personal name.
Right.
Gotcha.
So you haven't really dove into any of the house inspection part of things, have you?
That's just another another whole story whole ball game to get licensed to do that. So
yeah, I believe in Ohio, or I think it's Kentucky, or one of the two states here, you don't actually have to be licensed. So you have a bunch of people running around that aren't licensed that are like, oh, I can inspect a house, and you have no idea what you're going to get. But
yeah, that sounds very sketch.
Yeah,
that's fishy.
Yeah, I would never hire anybody that wasn't licensed, just to be honest, as far as that goes. Because that's the most important part, in my opinion. Like, the house can be cool. It can look real nice. All of a sudden, like, one of the houses I looked at had a flipping basement that was eroding underneath. You could stomp on the concrete floor in the unfinished basement, and it echoed.
Oh, my gosh. That's scary.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not buying this gorgeous house anymore. But c'est la vie, that is what it is.
Yeah.
So out of all the things you do, real estate, right, you know, realtor, flipper, financing from creative financing, staging company, title agent, what is the one thing you like doing the most?
I definitely like the flipping of it. I like to see the finished product of something.
Right.
I like to be able to say, yeah, we took this and made this.
Very gratifying, I'm sure.
It is, but the flipping part of it is definitely not all what you see on TV. So
it's not all sunshine and rainbows.
Right, yeah.
There are definitely some things that they leave out.
Right, exactly. So now, how much of the actual work do you do yourself, or do you specialize in the specific parts of the remodel?
If I'm doing any of the work, that means something's gone wrong.
Oh.
And we're either way over budget or people did not show up.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But you are skilled. I mean, you have the skills to be able to jump in and do stuff if you need to.
I've learned over the course of the years and how many flips we've done, I've learned how to do some of the stuff. So
Sure.
if needed, I can certainly do it.
Right,
But
right.
Did you start out as a realtor, a contractor, a house flipper? Like, where did you start in your process to where you are today?
I started off as a realtor, just doing buyers and sellers. And it really started with one client saying, how can we do this? I said, I don't know. What do you mean? And they wanted to do owner financing to buy the property. And I said, I don't even know what you're talking about. And then I was like, owner financing, it's a great idea. So they ended up buying a house for $150,000, but they put $5,000 down, and the owner of the house carried the note for 3 months, and they flipped the house, put $30,000 into it, and sold it for $180,000. So
wow.
Oh wow. Now that's down in you live down in Texas, right?
Correct.
So you have any type of, or rather, what is the capital gains tax that you guys typically have to pay down there? Because I know in Ohio, it's the statute of limitation is at least 3 years of owning it. So like say you take it, you own it, your residence, you have to be there 3 years before you can flip it without paying capital gains. Kind of what's that with you guys down there? Not to get too specific, I just think it's really interesting.
So if you hold the house under a year here, then you're paying income tax.
Gotcha.
So if it's over a year, if you lived in it or not, then it's capital gains.
Gotcha. Bro, we could dive into all the nitty gritties. I'm a nerdy ex-banker guy. We could do this.
I know. I'm just like, okay, well, this is great.
So I love asking people that do these types of things because you probably know this even better than I do. And I actually owned a construction business at one point, that contractors can be very interesting human beings. They can't always be the most trusted human beings in the world. But what was the biggest flop from a contractor that you've experienced while doing this?
Whew. Well,
it's a good one, though. It's juicy.
That's right, yeah.
Having a contractor essentially forge city permits.
Oh my gosh.
No.
So
that's horrible.
Actually, can't go into too much detail about it because
yeah. Don't go into any detail.
No.
But I mean, literally, that's all I have to say is forgery of permits, and that's just wow.
Yeah.
And what happens when you get a passed permit? You move on to the next step. So
yeah.
But lo and behold, that first step, the foundation, never actually got checked, and not only did it not pass, it failed. So and so after that, you put in the walls, put in the floors,
right? Yeah,
cabinets. So it's just a domino effect.
You
and
cover
then
it all up.
And then the city says we want to see it all. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yikes.
So I bet that was a nightmare. Did you have to tear everything back out and redo it?
Not essentially, but we had to open permits, close permits. We had to. It's been 2 years of getting back into the right way of doing things because of it. It's just been a 2-year domino effect.
Sure.
Wow.
Holy cow.
So,
that's horrible.
Well, you're coming out of it now, right?
Yeah.
So that's good.
Actually, the house is back on the market.
All right.
Yay.
Yeah, that's good to hear. Okay, so talking about the market, right? We know this has been a tough year for most industries. Ro and I have talked in the past. I work in the veterinary industry. It has been booming for the veterinary industry. They're so busy, they've been turning people away. Now, with all the different facets of the business and things you do, how has it affected each of those? Is it positive? Is it negative? And knowing that there could be possible more shutdowns, how is any of that going to affect what you guys do?
Well, since March, the real estate economy here in San Antonio has just boomed. I mean, if you put a house on the market under 250, you're going to have 4 or 5 offers on it. The city's growing. Companies are coming here. I've done 3 closings in the past month from people from Seattle. I mean, people from Seattle are coming here. It's a place to go. There's room to build, and interest rates are so low right now that it's not stopping anyone.
Yeah.
Wow. So people are moving and grooving. Yeah, people are moving and grooving.
I did some. I do closings for one builder, and just last month they did 330 closings.
Wow.
Holy crap! Last month alone?
Just one builder, and that's just the San Antonio market. So.
Oof.
Wow. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you're putting all these on the market, right? So you're going in for them, you're staging all these places so they can get them sold. What does that look like? Do you have to buy new furniture, or do you keep what you have and try to move things around? Do you paint? Like, how's that piece of your business go?
Staging started off with doing one of my flips, and we hired a company to do it and paid $3,600 for it. And
I'm in the
my mom and I looked at each other and said, "You have 3 houses right now. We're crazy if we go spend $3,600 on 3 more houses. That's crazy." So we went out and bought furniture, staged one house, moved it over to the next house, and then just started over the next 2 houses getting more furniture. And then I came up with this problem that both houses sold at the same time. And I had no place. I had no place
the furniture.
2 houses worth of furniture.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, I was going to ask you, do you have like a big 30 by 10 storage unit someplace that you store all this crap?
We have 3 storage units in our garages.
Wow. Oh, that's a lot of furniture.
Wow. I think for the podcast, when we post stuff on the weekly this week about it, you should send us some pictures of how much different storage unit you have packed up with it. That's incredible to think about.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And actually, the storage unit now, we actually put in industrial shelving. So it's from what it went from when we first started to now is worlds of different. I mean, it actually looks like we know what we're doing now, but before we would just start throwing stuff. We were breaking chairs, we were breaking couches.
Sure.
And it didn't work out well. So.
Oh wow.
Jeez. Yeah.
Now,
I started calling some realtors and saying, "Hey, I have furniture. I need to put it somewhere. I'll stage your house." And then that evolved into a business.
Nice.
Wow, that's so awesome. That is really cool to hear. Like, I have my piece of real estate really comes from, I flipped 2 houses that I own. My first house out in Goshen, bought it for $80,000, sold it for $110,000, right? My second house, I bought it for $91,900, sold it 3.5-4 years later for $200,000. And I did all the remodeling and all that jazz myself, minus like siding, carpeting, and just stuff I could pay and have it done. But my experience has always been in the more or less the finance side of things. So I understand other parts of real estate, but it's really cool to dive in and hear kind of how you did and your take on it, you know?
Absolutely. And I mean, right now, just like you said, the interest rates are so low.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy a house for $1,500 out of pocket.
Jeez.
Well,
I did the
find me
closing.
that house over here. Crying out loud. Trying to find just like a 2-bedroom, 900 square foot house where I live, and they go for like $350,000, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's crazy. It's ridiculous.
Come to Ohio, dude. That right there would be cheap. We're talking like 50 grand or less.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I just want like a 2-bedroom bungalow with a nice little yard. 900 to 1,000 square feet and good to go. And I can't even find that here. I'm just like, oh, it's ridiculous.
Bro, we can get you a real cheap double wide. I'm just saying.
Oh, shush.
Pick the land. We'll slap it down there for you.
Well, in San Antonio definitely has the pocket areas of either very expensive houses or the area where you don't want to go. So,
right.
The hood. But at the same time, we have a lot of houses that are 2,500, 3,000 square feet that are very affordable.
Yeah. I live outside of Portland in Oregon, so that's the issue. Everybody loves Hillsboro. Everybody wants to come here.
Man, it's a shame you don't still live up here near Cincinnati, because I'm looking for some land, like a decent amount of land. I'm talking like wooded land, hilly land, something not... I don't want farmland. I don't want to have to farm anything right now, you know what I mean? I just want my piece of heaven in a cabin someplace out there away from humans. That's my dream. Literal.
Yeah, with a little shack for Ro to live in.
With a little outhouse for Ro.
Endless possibilities.
That's right, endless possibilities. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. So, without diving into politics, because we don't talk about politics on our channel, religion, politics, we stay away from it, but understanding that there are some possible changes depending on the actual results of the election, right? When it comes to taxes and all this other stuff. Do you have a feeling of what your kind of industry is having as far as the future of this industry, interest rates and all that jazz?
Well, no, interest rates, there's really only one place it can go, and that can go up. I mean, they're at historic low rates, and so regardless of the outcome of the election, they're bound to go up.
Yep.
So
yep.
People want to get in while they can, and before it gets too expensive again.
Yeah.
Because renting a house is just as much as buying a house. So
when it gets up there, right.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I remember, so the way I like to explain it to people, so even if you rent a house in general, just renting in general. So my first house was about a 1,600 square foot, it was a slab home. I had a living room, kitchen, 2-car garage on a cul-de-sac, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, not too shabby. It was pretty good, had a little landing upstairs and all that. But, again, it was $80,000 that I got it from, right? So I'd pay with taxes and insurance, so all the escrow, I'm paying like $6 something a month. It's relatively inexpensive. My neighbors behind me with the house exactly the same size, a little bit different layout, but exactly the same size, they're paying over $1,200 to $1,300 a month for this thing. And I was just flabbergasted when I heard this.
Wow.
Because
that's crazy.
When you can have a place like that with the, not too big, but you have your own house or whatnot, or obviously location. You can charge a pretty penny because people will pay it,
right,
to get in.
It's true, very true.
Especially if it gets you out of that apartment living. I'm just saying, I might or might not have done that immediately out of college. Like, nope. Not doing it. I've rented a house ever since I got out of college. I moved out of my parents' house. I rented a house, a little itty-bitty 2-bedroom thingy, immediately out. And then when I had to move out of there, I rented a room in somebody else's house. And then I rented another house. And then I bought a house. And then I bought a house and I bought a house. I mean, I did not want to go back into the living of having a neighbor on top, bottom, left, and right of me. I just couldn't do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, who could not do that? I would not be able to do that.
Well, apartment living?
Yes.
Yeah. Ro, we love you. We love you, Ro.
Well, technically, I've never lived in an apartment. I mean, I moved out of my parents' house. So I graduated college and moved back into my parents' house. That's usually what you do. And I lived there for a couple years. And then I moved into this place. And this is a 1-bedroom duplex with a yard and a carport. And it's about 875 square feet. And my living room is huge. My bedroom is huge. My kitchen is decent. My bathroom's rinky-dink. But I don't spend that much time in the bathroom anyway. But, I mean, I've lived here since 2008. Yeah, so I've been here like 12 years now.
Yeah.
And I like it. I mean, I just have the one neighbor next door. I mean, there was a rough patch of having a couple that lived next door that was rough for about 5 years. But, I mean, other than that, I mean, I get more. I pay $1,000 a month, which is actually really good for the area.
It's not too bad, yeah.
Because studio apartments for like 500 square feet are going for $1,200 to $1,300. So, and I get a yard and I get a carport, and yeah, like and that's like in like an apartment complex. Because I've looked, because every time they raise my rent, I'm like, I'm moving out, blah blah blah. But then I look around and I'm like, nope, I think I'll stay here. This is good. But you know, I am looking at buying a house within the next couple years, and you know, I just need to find something that's going to work for me and that isn't going to cost me an arm and a leg, because I can't afford a $350,000 house. So
my advice to you, because I mean, I bought a house when I was making like nothing, like pennies to the dollar, right? And I was a basic little banker guy. And the way I did it is I found something that was short sales are difficult, because to find one that's open, you know, is going to be difficult there. But
right,
you know, I did found one that was, you know, experiencing some difficulties, you know, on multiple different types of quote-unquote programs, we'll just say that, and I got it for a very cheap price. All I had to do is repaint and replace the carpet, and they added that into a construction loan, so it was something that was financed in the mortgage. So I ended up, like, total, it was like $84,000 that I had financed, and it was dirt cheap, and I had a big and fenced in backyard, cul-de-sac, all that good jazz. It was fantastic.
Right.
It's all about...
Well, you know what? When you come out here, we can go house hunting. How's
I like
that
it. I love it.
Okay.
We'll grab AJ.
It's always fun,
yeah,
wherever you go.
Pick up AJ on your way and bring him over. It'll be great.
Absolutely.
So talking about financing, so you do owner financing and then creative financing. What do you mean by that? And kind of what's your role as far as that goes?
I mean, I don't do too much of it, but there are ways to buy a house sub-2, where you're essentially taking over the mortgage for the person that you're buying it from. And I mean, that helps because you don't need the down payment. The mortgage is already in place. You may pay a little bit extra on top of the mortgage. So yeah, the owner's payment is $1,200. You pay $1,400. And the $1,200 goes to the mortgage, and $200 goes to the person you're buying it from. So, I mean, you can do stuff like that. And now there's so many hard money private loans out there that it opens up the possibilities of getting into a house and then refinancing it because it's already in your name. You're already making the payments.
Yeah. I know when Stephanie and I bought this current place. So if we finish the basement, it would be close to 4,000 square foot house. I mean, we're at it without the basement being finished. It's maybe 3,000 or so, something like that. But I'm not going into all the number details so everybody doesn't know what I'm spending and all that jazz. But you know, we got it, and when we initially got it, we were spending about $400 more a month just to get the loan, because I had to get approved before we sold the other house. And when we sold the house, we got like a good $50,000 to $60,000 income back, and we took a lot of it to pay down some debt. And so within, I'd say 4 months later from having this house, we refinanced again and saved $400 a month just because we were able to get down some of that debt from the other house, from remodeling and all that jazz, you know, and it opened up a lot of other options for us. So it's all about smart financing, in my opinion. Whether it's a car, house, any of those big investments, it's all about the smart financing.
And if you can get that PMI off of the loan,
yes,
you'll save a lot of money just right there.
Exactly. And I think that's what we did as well, as we went in and tried to just get that all taken care of. So it was interesting to say the least. But
right. So if you could give any advice to someone who is a first-time home buyer, what things should they do or look out for to get started in the house buying process?
Talk to the professionals. Talk to a realtor. Talk to a lender. If your credit's shaky, get someone who can help you build your credit. The lenders have the programs that can get you into a house. Depending on your occupation, you could have first-time home buyer, down payment assistance.
Mm-hmm.
Hire the people and talk to the people that know the industry.
Okay.
So, it's just like if you're going to go to a winery, you want to go with someone who knows about wine.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, if you're going to anything, you want to engage with the people that know it in and out. So
right.
Like if you're going to the pet store to buy a proper thing of dog or cat food, you're going to talk to your friendly neighborhood Michael Knab over here, and I'll tell you all about it.
Why not? I mean, you're there. Why not? Why not have that discussion? So that's the best thing someone can do is don't do it by yourself.
Right.
And especially the real estate commissions and all that, the buyer doesn't pay for. So no money out of pocket on your end in that case. So why not have the help when it's readily available?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So here's my question for you, and I've gotten some different feelings about it. You have the people that will use the real estate agent to help them sell their homes because they have the platforms and all that, right? But then you have those people that says, well, I don't want to have to give up 6% of what I'm selling this for because I don't want to yada, 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 yada. I'm going to sell this myself. What's your opinion or your words of somebody that is going to say, I'm going to do this myself. I don't need a real estate agent.
Always advise them not to do it. Use a realtor, use a professional, because there are a lot of legal aspects about it. How do you handle multiple offers? How do you handle access to the house? We have electronic lock boxes which registers who comes in the house by it. It shows when you open the lockbox and when you close it.
Right.
So if something happens in that window, we can look at the lockbox and say, hey, you were there between 2 and 3. What happened? Just that alone is worth the commission.
Right.
And realtors also have a network of other realtors, so we can promote your house to other people saying, hey, I got a house in this neighborhood who's looking. Oh, this guy says, I've been looking into that neighborhood for 6 months. Yeah, let me come see it. You don't even need to take pictures. So that's just the access that we have. And typically you are going to sell the house for a higher dollar amount with a realtor.
Sure,
even paying the full 6%. So
right.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I agree. Yep. I agree. Yeah. So going into the last several minutes of the podcast here, we're kind of doing this a little bit out of order. I'm always bad at this. I always do this every time we have a guest on the show. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Like who is AJ Marotta? What are your hobbies? What do you like to do? And I totally forgot to do it again. I'm like, tell us about real estate. Go. I just jumped in it the wrong way.
We can certainly do that. But you also mentioned what was the biggest flop.
Yeah.
I want to tell you what the funniest thing ever was. Doing a flip. We put in new toilets. They should flush, right?
Oh, no.
Oh
no, I know where this is going.
You do not know where this is going.
Oh. It's a surprise toilet story.
Funniest thing I wish I was filming it. I would have won America's Funniest Videos. I would have gone viral. And I would not believe it if I didn't see it with my own eyes. So, we're like, why isn't this thing not flushing? It's a brand new toilet. It should flush. So the guy takes it off, just like a handy guy. Takes everything off, and then takes the wax ring off, even though it's brand new. And then, have you ever seen the movie The Rock, where they're pulling out the fuselages, the green balls?
Yeah.
This guy pulls out a 3-foot cockroach nest.
Oh my gosh! Oh no!
A 3-foot cockroach nest, and then the thing broke, and the cockroaches went all up the floor, up the side of this guy's face, all over this guy. Like I said, if I did not see it, I would not believe it. And this guy starts screaming and runs out and jumps into the nasty pool. That we haven't started working on the pool yet. And he jumped into it.
Oh no! Oh god!
Oh my gosh! That just gives me the creeps. So many bugs.
I mean, hundreds of cockroaches on this guy.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh!
And that was the last time I saw that guy.
Yeah, he's like, I ain't coming to work for you again. Although I do have one question for you. What is your opinion on shiplap?
Shiplap?
Yeah, like all these house flipper shows that I've watched, they always use a bunch of shiplap to like cover all of the walls. It's, we're just gonna shiplap. Oh yeah, we're gonna shiplap. We're gonna do all this shiplapping. And I'm just like, why? It's stupid.
I think it's just expensive.
I'm like, it doesn't. No, don't use it.
I mean, it's nice in some areas, but it's too expensive to continuously do throughout the whole house. I mean,
well, I think I see it on the whatever the husband-wife couple is that does a lot of flipping. I can't remember their names.
Yeah.
Chip and Joanna.
Yeah, they use a lot of shiplap.
Yeah, and they're also spending a huge amount on the rehab. So
yeah, they have the money to spare to use it. Yeah.
I just never understood the whole point of shiplapping everything.
Yeah,
Not that I'm a contractor or a decorator, but
it's nice. Again, it's nice, but to me, it's just too expensive to even entertain.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Good to know. Good to know.
You want to get in there, do some texture, do some drywall work, and paint it, and move on to the next room. So.
Yeah. Ugh. I don't want to talk about finishing. Ugh. Hate it. Don't like it. Not a fan. Not a fan. So we learned a valuable lesson today, and that lesson was make sure that you always have a camera ready at all times.
Yes.
Just in case, because you could be on America's Funniest Videos and make a buck, or you could go viral. Yep. That's important. So when we do Knab and Ro on the go, we're gonna have to make sure that we got a video going at all time, just for some fancy stuff that might happen. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah.
Like we need.
I'm sure.
A 500.
We need blooper reel.
Terabyte drive of data. Oh my god. So we're running around the end of the podcast here. Tell us and tell the viewers kind of what's your words of wisdom as far as the real estate. If you were to say, this is what I would leave you with today, what would you say? Not to put you on the spot or anything, but that's kind of what we do.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah. No. Real estate is a great thing, so do it. Get involved.
Do it.
I like that. I like that
a
a lot.
Great investment for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I know my dad wants to get into it. He would love to flip houses. He's very handy and has taught me a bunch of stuff. It's just, where do you start? You know what I mean? It's like figuring out where the heck to start. But
yeah.
And you start by pulling the trigger.
Yeah.
You do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Get in and do it. So.
I agree 110%. And I'm going to take us off on a tangent here real quick because I don't know if you saw that meme or that whatever funny thing going around, but this has been like it's been in my head this entire podcast, the do it thing, right? When you have Emperor Palpatine of Star Wars going, do it. That's why I said it all creepily like that. Every time you said do it, all I saw was freaking creepy, wrinkly old Palpatine going, do it.
Oh my goodness!
I'm a nerd. It's
you boys and your Star Wars.
I know it's such a nerdy thing. All right.
Well, then you have the Starsky and Hutch guy. Do it. Huh?
Do it. Oh yes.
Do it.
Ben Stiller.
Do it. Do it.
Oh my god, do it. Do it. Oh my god, that's so good. I've actually used that several other times. I talked to someone like, yeah, just do it. Just do it. Oh my god. All right, we're around at 40 minutes here, so I think we're going to end the podcast here. We want to thank our special guest, Agent Marotta. Thank you, sir, for joining the podcast. We greatly appreciate it.
Oh, absolute pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. And I have one other statement. Tomorrow is Knabs' birthday, so everybody wish him a happy birthday tomorrow because it'll be his birthday and he'll be old and it'll be great.
Thank you for pointing that I'll be old part of that. I really appreciate
well,
you. Well,
that's okay because I'm only a couple months behind you. So.
Oh man, I thought you were older than me, Ro. Goodness, I'm older than you.
What year were you born?
I'm gonna be turning 38.
No, I'll be 39 in January.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Dang it. What's a couple months? Jeez.
It's right. It's okay. I'll take it. Just remember, you'll be over the hill before me.
It's true. Oh, sad day.
How what are you? You're 37 now, AJ? 38, 36?
Yeah, just turned 37.
37, yeah. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, we're the same age right now. That's good.
Yeah.
And then poor Ro, she's the old one.
Gosh, I'm going to be like an old spinster with my 2 cats.
No, with Spencer, you have to have at least 5 cats. Come on, you got to actually play it out there.
So I'm okay on the cat management.
That's right.
I only got 2.
That's right. All right, guys. Well, we're going to leave this here. We want to thank you guys so much for listening to the podcast. If you like the podcast, go ahead and jack that like button right in the nose. Don't forget to tell your friends and family all about the Knab and Ro Show. And as always, this podcast is a wrap.
Till next time, kids.